everybody. This is DrMcBrick, and I hope that everyone is staying safe and healthy. And please take precautions. Do what you need to do for your loved ones and your family. This is a crazy time in our world, but I just wish you all the best, and know that we're all in this together and we can all get out of this together. So, with that said, let's look at these two sets. Oh my goodness, this is the Gungan Sub from 1999. Unbelievable. And the Naboo Fighter from 1999. These two sets were sets, not these particular two, but my kids, when they were little, now 28, 26, and 21, they had these sets. These were some of our first Lego sets. Definitely the first Lego Star Wars sets we had. And this was a huge deal for us to get because this was a pretty big set. But we had a good time, and we really love these sets. I found them on eBay. I bought them. I built them. So let's take a look. So let's take a look at this beauty. I mean, look at the shaping on this. Now remember, this was 1999. And in 1999, there weren't a lot of curves, weren't a lot of shapes, things like that. You had to brick build everything. And as you brick built everything, you would make curves, kind of suggestions of curves and stuff. For instance, this right here is a great suggestion because the ship itself, if you remember from episode 1, was actually curved, right? So it actually kind of came out and was curved, I believe. And so this anchor piece makes the perfect suggestion, and kind of your eyes and your brain fill in the rest as you see it. So it is absolutely gorgeous. There's the 3 cockpits there, and I absolutely love these. I mean, these are wonderful. This whole ship in itself, oops, sorry about that. This is causing an issue there. This ship in itself is very reminiscent of the classic Lego space theme. Obviously the colors and things like that, they were helped out by the movie, of course, because of the coloring, but still, this is in really, really good shape. Look at these cockpits. They were on these nice bubbles here, and they, of course, these are printed, no stickers or anything like that. These actually globes here, or bubbles, or whatever you call them, canopies, are actually in really good shape. And inside the cockpit, you have, well, right there is Qui-Gon. Let's see, Qui-Gon Jinn. Oh my goodness, and he's bald right now. But anyway, you pull him out, and I apologize. I'm just doing this. I'm not really doing this as on a professional level at the moment, as you can see, because right there is my cat. But you know what? We're all stuck inside, and we're all trying to stay healthy. And I don't know. So so I'm just kind of going with it. So anyway, this is Qui-Gon Jinn, and he comes with a lightsaber, and look at that nice chromed hilt on that lightsaber. But anyway, he fits in that cockpit, and the great thing is, in this cockpit, if I swing it around here, there's a ton of room in there. I mean, he literally keeps his lightsaber in his hand as he is working in there. So that's great. Now, on the other two sides, we have Jar Jar Binks, of course. And Jar Jar Binks, his bubble pulls up like this. Now, Jar Jar must be a pilot because he has this really cool control panels. And just look at that. There's some control panels there. And all the control panels are prints. They're absolutely wonderful prints, as you can see inside there. And they're done very, very well. I just love the fact that, again, reminiscent of the style of the classic Lego space, there are all kinds of hoses and things like that. Not much gribbling at all on here, but the same type of thing. And on this side, of course, we have Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan is in here, I believe. And he's in here as well, piloting, and you can see there's plenty of room for him. And again, in there are those really, really cool panels, and those prints are just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that, targeting, all that kind of stuff. Now, for his lightsaber, because we didn't have him hold one, he's got his in storage, and so there's ample room on both sides for storage for the lightsabers and everything. I don't know why my camera is out of focus. What's going on here? Excuse me. All right. So anyway, so there, yeah. So he's got compartments to store stuff in and things like that. One of the neat things about this particular ship is this part opens up here, and it stores the jets and the engines for another piece. And so you can actually take this out, and this will hook up to something, and I'll show you in a minute. It also comes with these propellers that will hook up to another ship that will be made from all of these pieces here, which is really cool. And I like the propellers because they're articulated in a sense so that you can actually move them around just like you would in the water if you were a submarine trying to navigate. All right, so let me take this apart here and show you how it comes apart. And oh, you know what? The other thing I wanted to show you, look at this. This is, to me, really cool. Now, of course, this was on the ship, and this was kind of a propellant device, I guess, on the ship, an engine or something like that, a propulsion device. It turned. It also gives you the impression, as this thing goes, gives you the impression of a raised tail. And speaking of a raised tail, it comes with a ray, and I love these little Lego rays. They're absolutely wonderful. Had the pleasure one time of swimming with the rays, and in Aruba, or no, Antigua, sorry, and just really enjoyed them. And they're really kind of odd when you touch them and stuff. But anyway, but these are really cool. So it comes with that. Comes with this little kind of just a suggestion of under the sea and stuff like that. But this ship, of course, was modeled after a ray, and that makes sense. Now, of course, that was from the Star Wars universe that did that, but this ship itself from Lego, it's very solid. It's all flat on the bottom, absolutely flat. There's nothing to hold it with or anything like that, but it is extremely solid if you picked it up. I mean, you can pick it up just from anywhere, and it's real solid and stuff. So, man, my camera work really stinks today. Sorry about that, folks, but you know what? I'm going with it because, again, been cooped up for a while and just got a lot of stress with all this stuff going on with the virus and stuff. And I got a couple of sick kids, and, you always worry and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, we're just going to keep building Lego and see what happens. So let me take this apart and show you what else is going on. Before we get back to the Gungan Sub, what I'd like to do is show you the instruction manual, because the instruction manuals from the 90s and really before then, the 80s and stuff, were just really cool. Not only, did they have wonderful artwork like we expect from Lego. However, they also, look at this, at the end of the booklet here, you see it shows you how to put the different engines, take them apart in the modular sections, and put them on the various sections of the ship, which really is awesome. Now, more awesome than that are the stories. Look at this. Within the instruction manual itself, there is the story that happened in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And you see the large fish, or whatever that was called, coming up against the sub, and Jar Jar's like, oh no! And you have all kinds of things going on here. Look, they're all just basically out in the water and all that kind of stuff, all kinds of cool things. And the story repeats or continues, and you see them, they have to put on their respirators real quick. It's just really a fabulous piece of artwork. And so it's kind of like a mini comic book telling the story. So if you've never seen Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, then it's very obvious from this that this is kind of the story of this particular sub. And so from a play standpoint for a kid, that is fantastic. Now, the other thing that they don't do anymore, and I sure wish they did, was publish pictures within the instruction manual themselves of suggested types of builds. And so you have all different suggested types of builds here, different types of subs and ships. There's that, I'm not sure what that is. That almost looks like a lab or something like that. But look, there's some more to the story, some more to the cartoon story, and all of this interrelates. So the things you see here are the things you see here. You can even build that ugly fish out of the parts that you have in this set. Absolutely love it. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, these are, now they don't tell you exactly what the instructions are, so it's not like a 3-in-1 type of build now where you get the instructions for each model, but I just think this is something that we've lacked so much in the Lego manuals of today. Now, granted, it takes money, and it adds to the cost of the set to make a manual that has all of this extra stuff in it. But I think if Lego did so, I think there would be much positive reception from the fans, from the kids, and from AFOLs, and from parents who can say, you know, this is not just one particular build. This is all kinds of things you can do with it. Not only that, but then you could tear it all apart, put it in a whole box of nothing but pieces, and build whatever you want. Okay, so this slides right off, and you see it has some connector pins in there, and it comes with two little engines here. Again, like I said, the propellers and the big jet engines or whatever they are, and those both can snap on to here, which makes this a really cool ship on its own. And then you have this part right here. So anyway, so that is the Gungan Sub from 1999. Now, I do believe that they had made this sub, it's kind of hard to do this one-handed because I decided not to use my tripod today. But anyway, if you notice, see how this slides in? It has that piece right there that slides into the other piece there. So anyway, it actually fits really nice. And then the pins snap together right here. So anyway, they did make another version of this, I think sometime maybe in the 2000s, actually they may have made a one that's rather new. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I should have checked that before I did the video. I apologize, but anyway, so that's the Gungan Sub. Let's take a look at this Naboo Fighter. The Naboo Fighter from 1999, an unbelievable set, if you ask me. I absolutely love one of my favorite fighters ever in the Star Wars series are these Naboo Fighters. They're just sleek looking, and this is the first one. And now they've made 3 versions of this, including a UCS version that had chrome on it and stuff. But you know what? I kind of like this one. I kind of think this, even though it's not, you know, smoothed, it's all brick built, it's still basic brick built, it still has a shape to it and just looks incredible, if you ask me. They have the canopy here. Now, the canopy doesn't really attach much, you know, you can attach it out here, you can put it back here, whatever. But they have a place for R2 in there, and of course, these are the old R2 units that have this, whatever that is. There's like no printing down here, but anyway, this is a great printed piece, and look at that language right there. Printed pieces on both sides, and so you have a lot of cool kind of hieroglyphs there, or language for the Nabooian people, I guess. But anyway, in the jet propulsion, you know, and everything like that, with these here, it makes it look fast, right? It makes it look real fast as you go along. And it has kind of these lasers here, that sort of thing. So this is just a really cool, it's a little set, but it's really cool. Nowadays, you know, you can still pick one up for decently cheap, but it also has this on the bottom, which is kind of weird because you can't really hold it by that. If you do, the thing's going to fall off and smash. I don't know, I guess that's just for display purposes and stuff. But you can see kind of how it's made. There is this the large piece there that comes for the actual, or that comes with it for the actual hull of the ship. But other than that, it's just, I mean, it's just a really cool piece. Just a really cool ship. I absolutely love the Gungan ship. And this was one that my kids and I really got a lot of fun out of. Got a ton of fun out of the, not of the Gungan ship, the Naboo Fighter. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, this isolation is taking its toll here. And it also comes with a droid unit, a mechanical unit. The droid, the battle droid, it comes with, and I don't know what happened to that. It must have fallen off my shelf, but because I have them displayed there. But the nice thing is, in this, you get this really cool printed piece, which is useful for a lot of different things. So anyway, so that's the Gungan ship, the Gungan Sub, and the Naboo Fighter from 1999. Remember, I am available on the web at DrMcBrick.com. You can find me across the socials at DrMcBrick, and I am also here on YouTube with hundreds of videos for you to watch. This is Dr. McBrick, signing out.